Would you like to create a peaceful moonlit beach scene? In this project, we will employ two innovative approaches. Number one, torn masking tape, and number two, a white crayon. Using torn masking tape and white crayon, you can create this beach scene in an extremely easy way. Step 1 is preparing grey color for this painting. For that, I'm mixing equal amount of Prussian blue, burnt sienna and crimson lake. Step 2 is sticking the masking tape onto a scrap watercolor paper and cutting it into a circular shape. Then remove the masking tape from that scrap watercolor paper and then stick it on your painting sheet. Also stick the masking tape on the horizon. Step 3 is painting the sky using wet on wet technique. For that, first I wet the sky portion of the paper. Initially, I'm using the mid value of gray for the sky. To achieve mid value gray, add small amount of water to the pigment. After applying mid value of gray, next I'm going to apply a dark value of gray. Use minimal amount of water to the gray pigment to have thick consistency in order to achieve dark value of gray. Apply this dark value of gray as shown in the video. The idea I'm holding here is that the area around the moon should be in light value and beyond that the sky should be in dark value. This contrast creates a striking moonlit effect in the painting. After painting the sky portion, remove any excess pigment that is collected near the tape using a waistcloth. Then allow the paper to dry completely. Now my paper is completely dry. I am removing the masking tape at the horizon and on the moon. Step 4 is painting a wave. Let's say the name of wave is X. So for that, I'm tearing a masking tape and sticking it on the paper. When you tear the masking tape with your hand, it will create rough edges. So we are going to use that rough edges for our wave X. I'm using crayon as a watercolor resist for the moonlight reflection area on the paper. Apply gentle pressure on the crayon for the moonlight reflection area. I'm sorry that I didn't fix my camera properly. What I'm doing here is I'm rubbing the crayon along the rough edges of the masking tape. I'm giving a high pressure on the crayon to create white area for the wave. Next, I'm applying dark value of gray in that portion. You can see how the crayon acts as a resist to the watercolor pigment. After applying the pigment, allow the paper to dry completely. My paper is completely dry. I'm removing the masking tape and moving to step 5. I'm tearing another masking tape and sticking it on the watercolor paper. We are going to create another wave, say wave Y. Here also I'm using crayon to apply the resist for the moonlight reflection area and for the form of the waves. Again here apply gentle pressure on the crayon for moonlight reflection area, and you have to apply high pressure for the form of the waves. One point that I want to remind here is use the rough edges of the torn masking tape to create the wave effect. After using the crayon, apply dark value of gray as shown in the video. It is so interesting to see how the crayon acts as a resist to the watercolor pigment and how our waves are created in an easy way. Apply dark value of gray under the form of wave X. After applying the pigment, allow the paper to dry completely. Remove the masking tape and we are moving to the last step, that is step 6, in which we are going to paint the sand in the dark night. For that we are going to use dark value of gray to paint the sand. Add a dark value of gray below the foam of the waves to create the realistic effect. We reached the end of this video. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. See you in another watercolor painting video. Until then, bye bye and take care from Prema.